What up, Super Fun Force? It's Captain Gamester, and today, wow, this is a retro unboxing. I finally did it probably a year ago or so. I remember one of my videos talking about, well, I don't know if I'm going to actually get the customized set or get the Genesis hybrid base separately. For a time, I was even maybe contemplating Prime Apocalypse, but I'm glad I got Arthur Peregrine's Bay. This one is very underrated, highly competitive. So I suggest if you haven't already, pick up the Hasbro Pro Series version. So check out my video on that. And just so you know, maybe I'll do a follow-up video, but I might compare the weight and stuff like that for these. Again, if the Hasbro ones are a little bit lighter, doesn't make too big of a difference. I know maybe like 1 or 2 grams does make a difference when you want to make something really heavy. But again, it depends. You know, sometimes lighter bays are better because of their stamina potential. And to tell you the truth, I've been playing with the Mythic Beast collection. And I'll be playing with this against other Takara Tomy ones. And it's like, pretty much if the combo works in Takara Tomy and it beats other combos, you know, with the same whatever launch techniques and everything like that, then the Hasbro bays are going to work just the same. And as far as I've seen with the newer Pro Series bays, they have been holding up a lot more durably. It was just, in my personal experience, the very first generation, I'll say the first maybe 4 or 5 releases were the ones that probably wear down a lot quicker. But I haven't had that issue with the with the Dragon, the Spriggan, even the Perfect Phoenix. So I'll probably be using, well, I'll 100% be using my Hasbro Prime Apocalypse, and I'll just keep this one in mint condition. I won't battle with this one. But you can check out my video on that one. If you can still find that one, whew, I suggest you do. I bought it on Amazon a couple of months ago, and then the next day it was like completely sold out. So I don't know if I just got the very last one, but always be on the lookout for that because it comes with the exact combo. So that was one thing that Hasbro did really well, was give us the Prime Apocalypse combo, which again, you can only get in this whole set. Now these two here are just more of like spare parts, cool colorations. I actually have the Erase in Hasbro, but I don't know if it does well in GT. It might be one of the few layers that might not really work as well. But again, you know, you never know what you might build with it. I'm just probably not going to devote much time to this because it is left spin. So don't get me wrong. I think it could be really good, but I like the Fafnir and the Tact, which are, I think, also very underrated. I think overall in GT, left spin is underrated except for Zwei, right? Everyone just plays Zwei and attacks with Zwei, and Zwei is good. It could probably beat a lot of these left spins, but again, you can still beat a lot of right spins, and at the same time, you know, Zwei can't always win the left spin battle. But anyways, let's take a look here. So anyways, I'm stoked. Not sure if I want to keep this box, so I definitely want to document this. The day that I got this, July 17, was when I got the order in the mailbox. It is kind of damaged. I will say I bought this from Bays and Bricks, and I will warn you, they're a good, reliable, and consistent store, but they often send orders like this inside a mailer bag. So essentially, this is just going to get squished and squashed until it gets to my mailbox. So sadly, that's how they sent this to me. They didn't put it in an actual box. They just put it in an envelope, a squishy envelope, and then they just were like, here. So that's kind of one drawback from them with this order. But otherwise, they've been really consistent. So here we go. We got Prime Apocalypse here. And it's 0 with the D frame, but I thought it was, Dagger. That's right, because it's Dagger. I thought it was like, I was going to say Cross. Cross is 4. But yes, it's the 0 frame with the Dagger and Ultimate Reboot Dash. Cool. And then here's the back. And yeah, it's known as the GT Customized Set. And as you can see here, is everything you get. Oh yeah, speaking of, there's Arthur Peregrine right there. I'm going to bring this up closer so we can get, you know, just even for historical purposes here, you can take a look at the bottom. Just enough to grab stills if we need to in the future to see what the box looked like in all of its close-ups and everything like that. Some standard instructions right there. Barcodes, you know, all this stuff that you would get in Japan. There's some more QR codes right there. And once again, here's the full right there. The side here shows the other combos. Yep, shows the Genesis hybrid, and once again the Prime Apocalypse. It says Regalia Genesis hybrid. Cool. The top shows all 4 of them, and also says Gatinko customized set. Nice, nice, nice. And the bottom is just more of the same as the top. But yeah, really cool. All right, and this is a lot more of a larger square box than I thought it would be. You know, I guess yeah, and it makes sense because there's 4 of them, but I'm sure they could have at least cut it down to like this much of a square. I don't think they needed this extra section here. But anyways, let's take a look here. And again, I'm excited for these recolor parts to go in my collection. And who knows, maybe I will use a race layer sometime. I really like Cosmo for sure. This is going to go in my mint collection because that blue one, as you know, is super rare, right? You can only get it in this set. So I don't even have the original one, but I have this one now, and I have multiples of the green one, which is what I used to battle with. I really like that color as well. And I also have one of those in mint condition. And again, we see the different specs here. But enough. Let us get, oh yeah, and the anime characters. But let us go and look at what's inside. Now, what's interesting though with like the Cosmo Dragon, I don't remember Dante Drum using it in the anime, so I looked it online to double check. And yeah, I couldn't really find any information about that in the anime because I was like, yeah, I don't remember seeing it. So apparently what people were saying, and this makes sense, the original colorway was like orange and red with Eternal. So it was like, this was supposed to be Ragnarok. And I was like, oh yeah, dude, there was none of the Honcho brothers or anything like that. There was no Ragnarok in the GT. It went right. It went from Chozi with Crash, and then it jumped into Sparking, right? So it was like, what was it? Was it Cyclone? No, because Cyclone was DB. But anyways, it went from, you know, Chozi to Sparking, and then DB, right? So there was never a GT one, sadly. And fortunately, that was one of the ones that you know, always gets the short end of the stick, I guess you could say. I don't think that Crash was probably the best one, and you can have fun with a light, high mobile attacker with the DB, but like, sadly, Ragnarok didn't really turn out to be like competitive as far as being a defense stamina bay as basically almost everything else in that category, really. You know, I mean, there's some that aren't super strong, and some that I need to test with more, like I have in Pegasus, I just got. Another one is also the Poison Layer, because I know Cobra, back when Hydra and Archer Hercules were like basically owning the Chozi meta. So maybe I have some Poison Layers, so maybe I'll work on some of them. But let's take a look here. Wow, this one looks way more, it's like, it's more animated or something, like the length and the tallness of these attack spikes are way bigger than the Hasbro's. And then here we go with the instruction set, and then here's the tool, similar to like what you get with Ignition. The Ignition one is blue. And I will be stickering all these up, guys. Don't worry, I'll show them in future videos after I sticker them up. But it comes with the tool here, I guess, to access the switch and all that stuff. And here we go. My goodness, I never thought I would have it, but it's at least worth having one in my collection. And now, you know, maybe I'll try to get a second one day, and so I can battle with one and keep one. But yeah, it looks amazing. It's basically the Big Bang Genesis with the armor, but obviously the design changed a bit, and then they gave it the hybrid. Let's just jump into this first, because man, oh man, I've been waiting for this. I should be able to rip this open with my bare hands, as long as I can find yeah, there we go. All right, so let's first take out the driver. Ooh, nice, I got the shiny one. You know, you can actually see, I think you can see stars on here. Do they have any? Let me see if I can find some. I don't know, I haven't remember checking my Ignition as well. But anyways, let's turn it on. Make sure it works. Ooh, okay. Nice, and now's the green light too on the circuit board. Cool. Okay, sounds like it's still decent battery. I noticed on one of my Ignitions, the battery, I think, got weaker really quick. It still works after like about a year, but I know my second Ignition, which I barely ever used, when I open them up or turn them on side by side, the newer one makes a lot more of a louder noise. Maybe even a little bit louder than this. So maybe this battery also needs to be replaced eventually. All right, so I'm gonna skip over Apocalypse because basically it's the exact same as the Hasbro. So again, just refer to my Pro Series unboxing. Let's take a look at this. Now, sadly, I'm not gonna battle this. I'm gonna keep this purely for collection for looks. But let me see something here. Okay, this does have the infinite lock because obviously you can see the buttons here. So really, really nice. Now, what I will say, one issue is the shape is not conducive to stamina defense. Now, again, I'll do some more research and read about how the driver, actually works. But I don't think it takes into, consideration just the, the odd shape. Now, this shape gets better when you put the Big Bang armor on, but it also makes for a great attacking Beyblade because of, the fact that it has like heavy hitting sides and it has the spiked armor there. But as far as like, it being heavier and also just having like, I guess, funky weight distribution, it probably won't have the most stamina, even with this electronic driver, which in and of itself is heavy. So my only drawback to this is I wish that, that seems like to pop off pretty easily. I still kind of wish this had a dash to it because it makes it kind of risky to use with other bays because it doesn't, again, have the, I guess you have to balance it out. It doesn't have the dash driver, so it's kind of easy to burst. Obviously, it doesn't matter if you use it on this stock combo because of infinite lock. And yeah, okay, so basically, you just put it on there. You can hold the buttons down, but this one has 2 points, I think. Whereas Prime Apocalypse, they only have 1 strike point. I think Prime Apocalypse only has... No, he has 2. Yeah, he only has 1 strike point. That's even better. Prime Apocalypse is definitely the best one. Because this one has 2 points here that can be hit. And then, once those are hit in, then it will burst, right? That disables the infinite lock. But either way, such a great looking bay. Very aggressive, like 2 dragon heads, thunder, lightning clashing. Just simple and ivory with the gold. So luxurious. And then lastly, we'll finish up this video really quickly. I'll just assemble these 2 combos here. Again, I'm really looking forward to putting these together in my style combos. So it'll be kind of cool to see. Nice, see this translucent, it's even sparkly, the translucent revolve, and it's like sparkles in it. I have the red one. I may have given my gold one away, the one that's matte, the original one, which is still really nice. I kind of wish I had one. Maybe I'll get another one day, but it's nice to have the blue and the red ones. Unfortunately, though, another driver that hasn't performed the best in GT, and they brought it back with a dash in DB, and I haven't really found a way to use it yet. But let me know in the comments below if you guys have some good combos, both in the GT B-153 Stadium or in the DB Standard Base Stadium. I'll definitely try it out. Man, and this purple Vanguard's a super underrated fused frame slash forge disc. And that's one of the best things about the GT series. So many cool combos you can pull off with all these nice fused forge discs. They make such a big difference. Man, this thing looks so luxurious. Again, you have the smoothness of the Cosmo layer, and also almost a near circular with these like kind of 4 bulbous points here. And now, since my favorite character is Dragon and Drum, I'm happy to now have this, completely blue with also like a crystallized clear plastic in my collection. So I think I have basically every single GT Dragon except for maybe the gold one or something like that, the super rare one. But awesome sauceum. And the last one, we're gonna take a look at a race. Yeah, this one looks a lot more beefier, spikier, and aggressive than my Hasbro version for sure. And thing about this though, it's just a regular hollowed out layer. It does have, again, high aggressive spikes for it being left spin, but again, it's kind of spinning against, the upward curvature, and it doesn't go as deep as like Zwei's, right? Because Zwei, it comes in with 2 points, and you don't have, it's kind of like getting blocked by this, but I guess each of these have a chance to strike. So maybe this could be a really powerful attacker. Again, I don't really plan to use this because it's my only copy right now. I have, you know, I still have Zwei as my main left attacker, and then I also have, like I said, my Fafnir and also my my Tact. So I mostly will be using those two. Because I really like Zwei and I really like Fafnir. So, you know, I don't really use as much of the Tact, even though this one might be good. The naked layer is okay. I know a lot of people started using that towards the end of GT when Sparking came around. Again, I also only have one naked. I wish I got the Hasbro Pro Series one. Maybe if I find that, I can use that and I will battle with it. Because I started testing and made a strong combo with the naked layer that I had, but it is a rare recolor. And this too is one of the best discs. Oh my goodness, this thing looks amazing. You have to have Sting, man, and to be competitive in GT. I'm glad they gave it with the Mythic Beast collection. And I have like 3 of them, I think maybe 4. But I don't have a red one yet. So this one too, on the other hand, is clear. That's amazing. This one looks gorgeous. Wow. Red is like a basic, not a basic, but well, it is kind of like a basic color and easy to get. But this is like clear and also on Sting. Oh, thank God too. I got the 4-star one. That's like rare upon rare. Ching, ching, ching. How about my Vanguard? Close. It's 3 stars. All right. Well, let's put this one together. These combos, again, they look awesome. Like they're matchy-matchy combos. Oh, and Trick. I think Trick is an underutilized driver, especially in DB, guys. This is the one that made a comeback in DB. So this will go in my perfect collection. The red here, I wish it was also clear because the purple Trick is really, really nice and also has sparkles in it. This one is kind of plain, but again, it's nice to have red. So that's cool. Not complaining there. All right, left. Yeah, this, my goodness. This is probably a decent balanced attacker, but again, I'll have to wait and see before I decide to test them. And interesting, they gave us the 4-layer weight. This one gave us the 2-in-1. This one you have to use with the 1-in-1, the even one. San, I think it was, or this Sen. Anyways, I gotta memorize my layer weight names much better, but you know what I'm talking about. This one I use the weight on one middle and one middle, so it's perfectly symmetrical, which makes more sense. And also goes in between the 2 on each side. It kind of already has the 2 weights here, right? So you just want to put the one in the middle. But there you guys go, man. And of course, again, Prime Apocalypse, all still up in the messy, messy plastic. Well, I am stoked. You know, maybe one day, like I said, I'll get a second one of these and test this this out. But because it's not Dash, it might be a little bit risky, and it might have more prone to being burst. So maybe it just belongs here as part of a cool collection piece on Infinite Lock. Or maybe you could still use these. Oh, yes, he has the double red. Interesting. Maybe Takara Tomy was afraid that the ignition, or not the ignition, the hybrid driver was going to be so OP that they wanted to give it 2 strike points to lose the burst or something like that. But there you guys go. All right, cool. To my collection and to my battling teams, these guys will go. Some of them, actually, no, wait, none of these will. But anyways, thanks so much for hanging out, guys. Don't forget, keep it faith, say a prayer, spread that love, be positive, be thankful, be coming back at you. Peace.